This is Dr. Ed Two Rose. Welcome to Focus Life Family. Focus Life Family. And I want to thank you for joining me today. I really feel there's an opportunity for you to get your children focused on their future and do it quickly in life. There's some ideas out there that people have to wait to in their 20s or 30s before they find themselves and be able to identify that assignment. I have seen people that we've worked with able to identify that assignment in life, that purpose, that destiny at a young age so that they don't waste time or money. Now, here's some of the statistics you need to understand. 50% of people who go to college, young people, are not even working in the discipline they went to school with. 80% change their major course of study 1 to 3 times with an average cost of $12,000 per change. So when we're talking about finding life's direction, that's so important. Now, 75% of young people have said today that they are not prepared for the real world because what's happening in most school systems, they're not really preparing your children with any essential soft skills. And we know that most states right now, and even businesses, and being a Fortune 100 manager and trainer for 37 years, things have switched around now. They're not concerned with degrees. They're concerned about your skill set. And that's why we created the Focus Life Institute to help you and your children with some courses online to understand how important it is to get focused at a young age. I don't know about you, but you can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and your children can go through different degrees and not find that where they need to be. Find out who they are, what they have, and how to apply it. And that's why we're talking to you as families to get your children focused on their future and get focused now, okay? And we offer a complete student preparation course on focuslifeinstitute.com that you might want to check out. But let's talk about right now what needs to happen right now in this generation because there are social influencers right now that they believe they can go out and make a lot of money. But as they grow older, obviously they're going to find out and that whole time frame might change. You know how things change so quickly. So they might be a social influencer over here. They want to be an entrepreneur early in life. I'd rather have you be an entrepreneur because the average entrepreneur is about 30 years old. And the average entrepreneur right now has worked for somebody else to find out how to do it. And so I want to encourage you, there are ways to get your children and your grandchildren focused on their future. And maybe you need to change in your career also. And we offer that. So think about this. If we can identify and help your child or grandchildren, maybe you personally, write a vision statement. Now, vision is where you're going in life. And most people have no clue where they're going. And so if you can spend some time in the quiet place, I believe, with the Lord, and help him speak to you and find out, right now, what is my vision for my life? Without a vision, the Bible says people perish, people go astray. And so we know that people who have vision and people who set goals are more apt to see greater levels of success. And so we've got to help you write that vision statement. We help you in our courses with this. And then once you write that vision statement, we know it's going to be tweaked after you go through the course, right? But even after you go through our materials, then we have to identify the passions that you have. Your children have specific passions. It might be a musical instrument, it might play in sports, it might be some type of hobby that they might have. It might be a volunteer aspect. Currently in my church, we are giving away food every month to about 1,600 families. Since 2020, we've given away over about $35 million in food. We are really being a blessing. And my children and my grandchildren are involved with that tremendously. Even at a young age, they're out there serving people, and that's a passion for them, and they love to do that. And so once we identify those passion areas, then we have to identify the 7 spheres of cultural influence. There are 7 spheres of influence. Their business, their government, their entertainment, and arts, entertainment, their media, their family, religion, right? And these are in media opportunities where your children need to understand where they fit. So I created a profile in these 7 cultural spheres. Should they go into business? Should they be in government? Should they be in education? Should they be maybe in the family aspect to help people counseling? Should they be in religion, go in some type of ministry? Should they be maybe in media? And we need people in media, right? In arts and entertainment. We know the Bible says in Isaiah 2 that all mountains and all people, all cultures will eventually go to the mountain of the Lord. And we've got to get people in these specific areas. That's why we're seeing all things going on with media and all the arts and entertainment. Other people who don't love God have taken this over and it has affected the entire family. It's affected a lot of us. So why don't we cultivate our children to find out what sphere of influence they need to get into? And once they're in that sphere, how can they impact it and influence? And I'll talk about serving your way up. And that's what I did in the Coca-Cola Company. And also with the Heroes books that I've written. You can see those Heroes books at our website about how to honor excellence, responsibility, order, expectation, servanthood. But then we go to the place we start identifying your child and maybe your personality style. I love the DISC, the D-I-S-C. I've been doing it for over 30 years. I train people at the Coca-Cola Company with that. I believe it's a lot easier in Myers-Briggs, and it really tells you what to do and how to do it. And what we do, we have created a personalized program for you or your children or grandchildren to identify their gift cluster. Identify basically their characteristics and how value they bring to an organization. We use these on interviews, these one-page reports that we give you. This profile. It takes about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to be able to answer 19 questions. But you're going to get a one-page report that's going to show everything about your child or your grandchildren or yourself. It's going to talk about who you are and your gift cluster. Now, what I love and what I teach a lot of people on when I train individuals in schools and colleges and churches and social services, prisons, etc., is for them to identify who they are, but then understand the motivations of others. See, once you go through the courses that we have for your children, they're going to understand who they are, but they're going to know the motivations of them. Maybe as a parent, you struggle with the different personality styles of your children. I know I have different personality styles of my children and my grandchildren. So I know how to adapt, blend, and connect my style. And that's what I taught at the Coca-Cola Company, to many regions and also in Atlanta across the country. I taught people how to adapt, blend, and connect in situations with their customers, with their peers, with their family members. I had a couple of people come to me after I did the training and said, "You saved my marriage," because I married my opposite. I did too. Back in 1977, I married my opposite. And guess what? We work together. While I'm weak, she's strong. When she's weak, I'm strong. And so we work together and complement each other. But then what we do is we take that personality style and we see some things about yourself. And I tell you, when you start understanding some things about yourself and you have a one-page report, say, "This is me," and you're sharing that with other individuals, it's a powerful way to be able to see people get uniquely involved with understanding each other. And there's just something about knowing some things about yourself. Because the more you know about yourself, the better the quality decisions you're going to make. And so what happens is that after that, we then take that personality style and we match it up with jobs in the 16 career clusters. There are 16 career clusters of jobs. STEM's one of them, right? We're talking about opportunities in marketing or business or agricultural or architect, whatever it might be. There are 16 of these clusters, and we literally match up your personality style of your child or grandchildren or yourself personally with jobs in the 16 career clusters, so there's a hand-to-glove fit. The greatest problem that I have right now is people do not like their job. We're seeing the numbers. 85% of people across the world, the recent statistics, said they hate their job. I don't know about you. Maybe you're not in the right place. See, you got to find that job. I'm a people person. You probably know that, just the way me sharing my faith with you and my testimony. I'm a people person. I'm not a good accountant. My wife's the accountant, not me, okay? And so she handles that stuff, right? That's what she's good at. And so you got to find the right job. Now, anybody can do a job, but there's more creativity when your job matches your personality style than stress. Anybody can do that job. And I've seen people in our organization and a Fortune 100 come in and they never had a degree in what they went to school for. They were maybe in psychology and they're working as a salesperson. And so understand this, we want to make it right. We want to get that hand-to-glove fit where there's creativity, no stress. You enjoy going to work every day. My son-in-law, he's a senior engineer. I'll tell you what, he goes to work every day. It's not like even going to work. He just loves what he does. And it's just something that's a hand-to-glove fit. And he's very successful at it, and he's getting raises constantly because he does such a great job and he enjoys what he does. How many people don't enjoy what they do? We're trying to help you and your children and grandchildren quickly at a young age find that hand-glove fit. And then after we do that, we look at, again, we talked about looking at the situations of a vision statement, identify your passions, which sphere of influence, your personality style, matching that personality style with jobs in 16 career clusters. Then we help you set educational, personal, and goals for your life that are so important right now. What are you going to do? Set some goals. Only 3% of the people set goals. And then we help you set those goals. This is Finding Life's Direction, one of our courses. It's in our bundle course also with all the skills for success. So then once you do that, guess what? Then you got to understand the skills that are needed out there, right? What I did was, as I was praying through this, how to lay this out as being certified in the DISC, I felt if I can take the top 10 essential soft skills, these are employable skills that LinkedIn's been saying for 20 years that most people coming out of college or high school lack these essential soft skills. Nobody's teaching these skills in colleges, in high schools anymore. They're not providing that. Once you do that, and I matched up the personality, the DISC, D-I-S-C, with these top 10 employable soft skills, skills for success, I call it. I'm talking about communication, collaboration, conflict resolution, confidence, creativity, character, people skills, decision making, problem solving, time management. And I also looked at ways for, obviously, in a way for how to do the behavioral interview, how to interview for success. So I've created in the skills for success to help you and your children get focused, not only on that career path, not only to write a vision statement, that they're focused on what God's called them to do to fulfill this assignment, but also to give them the skills that's going to advance them to an organization. See, when I taught this to the Coca-Cola Company, I teach these individuals about the skills. And we've been hearing right now that, as I mentioned before, that's right now states and businesses are focused on skills right now. They are not focused right now on degrees. They want to see what type of skills you have. So I felt when I put this together, I'm going to take the top 10 soft skills that match up in almost every one of these job situations in the career clusters and really help you and your child and grandchildren get focused with these skills. And then we put in the program, The Heroes Effect, which is honor, excellence, responsibility, order, expectation, servanthood. These are virtues lost in society. Think about this. We live in an age of dishonor. That's why I teach on honor. We've lost honor. When I ran my region, the Coca-Cola Company, we had honor. We talk about people who live in an average right now, do things with average. There's no excellence. E stands for excellence in the heroes. R stands for responsibility in an age of entitlement. O stands for order in an age right now. People lack a submission to anybody, right? E stands for expectation versus pessimism. And S stands for servanthood, to serve your way up. How was I able to go in the Coca-Cola Company and minister to a lot of people? Because my business was my ministry, because I served my way up. I served my bosses, my peers. I served my customers, and I had great success in my lifetime in the 37 years of Fortune 100 that I was in with Unilever for 10 years and 27 years with Coca-Cola before I retired, because I want to bring what I have. See, I'm not on some golf course right now. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not down in some resort area, retirement. I'm trying to bring what I have, what God has given me, my wife and I, into your family to get your family focused. So check out all our courses. Check out Focus on Activation. This is a $99 program, very expensive. You can get your whole family activated on their personality style, their spiritual gifting, the 7 Mountain Profile, and the Heroes. But check out the other courses we have available at the Focus Life Institute. We are here right now to equip you and your children to fulfill that purpose and destiny. See, my whole mission is to educate, equip, and empower you and your children and your grandchildren to get focused so that you're able to identify that assignment and calling and fulfill your purpose and destiny. I don't know about you. When I started doing, after all those years in Fortune 100, and I had great success, Manager of the Year, all that stuff that the world system gave me. But when I start focusing again on what God gave me, basically to go out and do the Focus Life Institute, I tell you what, nothing satisfies me more in my life to be able to see you and your family get focused and see great levels of results and fulfill that purpose and destiny and see generations, a legacy of generations, be able to see that we're following the Lord's plan and we're achieving the assignment upon our life and giving Him all glory through it. I appreciate your time today. Till next time, this is Dr. Ed Turos with the Focus Life family. And remember this, your focus, it does determine your future.